Zeus's influence lives on in Atreus, being confirmed that Atreus does have an effect on the weather and has a deep power within him which we haven't seen yet. However, I want to answer the question, is Atreus a primordial god? In this video, I'll explain what a primordial god is and show Atreus' stunning connection to being a primordial being, and if he is, what does it mean for the future of this world? My name is John Ford. Please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button as it helps with the algorithm more than you think. Let's get right into it. First, what is a primordial god and what is their purpose? Primordial gods are the gods that help with creation. They created the world, the seas, and the stars. The creation of the Greek world was explained in God of War Ascension. The primordial gods were fighting one another. In their struggle, the earth was created and then the oceans, etc. Kratos' Chaos Blades are made out of the essence primordial god Chaos. If you want to know more about Kratos' Chaos Blades creation, click the video in the description or just wait till the end and I'll provide a link for you. Primordial gods aren't just in Greek though. They're also responsible for the creation of the Norse world as well. The original giants, Surtur and Ymir, are also primordial beings. Now with that little history lesson out of the way, how do primordials connect to the young Atreus? First off, Atreus' connection to Zeus was shown twice in God of War 2018. Once when Modi was bullying him about his mother and Atreus went into a deep rage, which caused him to be knocked out and put into near death. The world reacted to Atreus in this near death state. Here is the director confirming that.
Right over their house is off in the distance and you kind of have this weird almost bluish gray haze everywhere. It's the world is reacting to this imbalance. The world is reacting to Loki being near death, right? And at this time you don't know he's Loki. Spoilers!
And another moment when Atreus was arguing with Sindri after learning he was a god. If you time it correctly, Atreus' rise in anger sync exactly with the lightning and thunder sounds. This connection with Zeus is very important because Zeus himself is a primordial, or a reflection of one. As Bruno confirmed that the primordials are reincarnations of the Greek gods and titans, and they just replaced one another. This fact shows that not only is Atreus part titan, part mortal, part giant, and part god, but may also have a part of him that is primordial. But that is not all the evidence I have.
The biggest part for me was the mural of Loki spitting out the serpent. And that
as the serpent is Loki's, Atreus' son. That's in traditional myth, correct?
That is the myth.
Okay. Yep. Is he going to be born as Kratos dies?
Down the road, but for me he is holding, it looks like Kratos' body, as the snakes come out of his mouth.
I'm well aware a lot of people believe Atreus spawns the world serpent on this part of the mural. However, I'm also well aware a lot of people believe that Atreus is simply saying death runes. I've put out many polls in the past and a lot of polls got a lot of different results. For this video though, I'm going to be assuming that this moment is Atreus spawning the world serpent. But whether it is him or not, at some point Atreus does in fact create the world serpent, regardless if this was the moment on the mural or not. Remember the conversation.
He knows the pain of your loss. He will help you.
Atreus being a primordial in this game suddenly makes more sense of how he spawns the world serpent among his other kids. How they all came from the future is a different story, but Loki in the game, as well as the traditional myth, does spawn the world serpent among many others like Fenrir, who is also in this world as well. Him being a primordial, being able to create life in this manner is a better explanation of how these creatures are made rather in the traditional myth. In the traditional myth, Loki had relations with a giant lover among other creatures. Like the video if you know what I'm talking about, it's really gross. This is a way better way to show how he creates all of these creatures rather than doing it the way that he did in the actual real myth. So this moment on the wall could in fact be Atreus spawning the world serpent in his own way, and it makes sense if he was a primordial, because that means he's able to create life such as the world serpent. Atreus is truly a mix of this world's greatest races, and he has a long way to go. Ladies and gentlemen, please give this video a like. You have no idea how much it helps, and I do spend a while making these videos. Along with daily content, daily streams are returning. I'm just really waiting for my stream equipment to arrive. If I start streaming now, I have to start streaming again at 720p 30 frames, and I'm already so used to streaming at 1080p 60 frames, making games look as good as it possibly can, so please be patient. I'm gonna be out of here. Thank you guys and girls for listening. Deuces.